Hey, friends! Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. Come join me, your host, Nicole, for some hope filled conversations about heartfelt entertainment that makes your heart swing. Hey, Hallmarkies! Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. I'm your host, Nicole, joined today once again by my friend Sarah from Haul Out the Hallmark to talk about Hallmark's movie from earlier this year, The Wish Swap, starring Jake Foy and Emily Tennant. It was written by Betsy Morris and directed by David Strasser. When Casey and Henry find themselves celebrating their birthdays at the same restaurant, they make birthday wishes at the same time, which are granted. However, they end up getting each other's wishes. Welcome back to the podcast, Sarah.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to review the Wish
Of
Swap.
course, yes, I'm so excited to have you back on. So, what were your first impressions on this movie?
Okay, so my first impressions were I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was a super cool concept of how they got each other's wishes. Like I feel like you just wouldn't think of that. And it was super cool for Hallmark. It was also like a little bit unpredictable in like a way, like for Hallmark, which I thought was super cool. And I thought it was like a good movie. Like after I watched this, I was like, that was a pretty good movie since like the beginning of the year movies weren't my favorite. That
Yeah.
one was good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. So, do you have maybe one word to describe this movie?
Ooh, I would say different.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think
I'd say fun.
yeah.
That's the word I'd
That's
give it. Yeah. Highs, lows, and plot holes. What
hmm.
were the highs and maybe any lows that you had for this movie for you?
Okay, so first of all, like a high was like the cast. I thought the cast was so cool, and
Hmm.
they had Pascal Hutton, which was like, if
Yes.
you're a Hardy, that was like a big,
Yeah.
big one for you. And I thought the meet cute was super nice. Like it was just
Hmm.
like a realistic meet cute. I feel like people would have that, and they seemed to have chemistry like
Hmm.
right off the bat. And then like when they were sitting on the truck, opening up to each other, and um the main character, the guy main character, I'm forgetting his name, Henry, was like
Yes.
opening up to her. Like that was really cute. I love that.
Hmm.
And I love how like the competition was based off of Dancing with the Stars.
Hmm.
Because if you're like a Dancing with
Yeah.
the Stars fan like I am, that was like fun to
Yeah.
see that too. So that was fun. And I love Henry's character development because like at first he wanted nothing to do with the show. And then like he really decided to like the show. One thing that was like bittersweet was when he walked off the show because like that wasn't anyone's fault. That's just how it was kind of written.
Yeah.
But like I got like cringed from that. Um
Yeah.
but yeah, when and then another bittersweet moment was when like he looked into her computer to like see her last wish because it was like, oh, like he just wanted to see it, but then again it was like, ugh.
So for me, fun premise, feel good fantasy twist, chemistry, I thought between Jake and Emily were great. I wouldn't say it was a chemistry that blew me away, but I still
Yes.
think that they had strong chemistry together.
Yeah, I definitely think their love didn't like grow throughout. It was kind of
Yeah.
like the same, but I think they did have good chemistry.
Yes. I thought it had a nice balance of humor, warmth, and sentimentality. I think I
Yes.
pronounced that right. Production and setting I thought was great. I loved all the sets, like the farm and the
The Dancing with the
auditorium.
Stars kind of set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry's relationship with his family I thought were really nice. So his parents, Mac and Jan, his brother, I believe, Simon, played
Yeah.
by Matt Hamilton, and his niece Charlotte, they all had a nice dynamic, I think.
Yeah, cute
And
family dynamic. I like that.
I also loved the friendship between Casey and Jess. And of course, for all the Signed Still Delivered fans out there,
Yeah.
we know Jess as Crystal Lowe. So, yes,
Yeah.
Crystal is awesome, and it was great to see her in this movie. And of course, being a Hardy, I cannot not mention Pascal Hutton as Coach Gloria.
100%. That was like such like a role for her too. Like I just love that they put her in that. That was like
Yes,
so
me
good.
too. Yes, she did a great job in that role. I do have one low and then one low that's not technically a low. It's just something that I would have liked to see more of. So my low is the questionable conflict or ethics. So that would be Henry looking on her computer
Yeah.
and just, yeah, just the whole conflict with that. I thought maybe could have been written just a little bit better. And then my low that's not a low is not enough of the supporting characters. Like I wanted more
Yeah.
scenes with example, Casey and Jess, more with Henry and his family. I thought that would have been nice to see.
Yeah, that's actually a good one because like the supporting characters were so good. Like people knew
Yeah.
the different shows. So that would have been fun.
So going to Scene Stealer, what are the three best scenes for you in this movie?
Okay, so my first one is obvious, all the Pascal scenes because she's my favorite. And I
Mm-hmm.
loved how she was, like I said, perfect for that role.
Yeah.
And then like when she like served diva during those scenes, that was like
Mm-hmm.
specifically what I liked. And then also the comedy club was funny because like at first
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna work out, and then it did, and it was like super funny, and it made
Mm-hmm.
for like a funny scene, and they said some like funny things, and there was like some funny
Mm-hmm.
lines, so I like that. And then my favorite quote at the comedy club was when Casey's friend asked, "What is your favorite dance move?" And Henry responded, "Standing on the
Mm-hmm.
wall watching other people dance," because I thought that one was funny. So yeah.
I loved those scenes too. And then also on top of the ones you mentioned, Henry and Casey's talk at Magic Hour on the farm when he told her the story of the grumpy farmer. Actually, I think you mentioned that one.
Yeah.
And, she shared the story about growing up and, not feeling like she needed to depend on someone. I thought that was a really sweet moment. And then they practiced for the dance competition.
I know, I love when they did that on the truck. That was so cute.
Yes, it was so cute. And then family dinner at the farm, I thought was a nice moment when Casey and Jess were there, with Henry and his family. And he did the lasso
Yeah,
trick. That
that
was
was cute.
awesome. Yeah. And I loved the setup that they had for that scene, like the whole set.
Oh
And
yeah, like the table in the middle with the in the
yeah,
yeah, that was cute.
yes. Actually, going back to first impressions for a second, how can we get a spot at that family dinner
For
with,
real, that would be fun.
yeah, it looked like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we need to maybe call Hallmark about that one.
Yes, for sure. Also, Henry and Casey's evening porch conversation over ice cream, I thought was nice. While there was not a swing, I had to mention that one because the name of my podcast, Swing My Heart Podcast, Porch Swing Conversations.
Hey, I get it. Yes.
Yes. Also, Henry and Casey's talk, first kiss, and dance at the very end of the
Mm-hmm.
movie, I thought was really
Yes.
nice. They won the competition.
I know, and I love how they told us that too, because they never told us. They just like show us
No,
the trophy, and I was like, ooh, I like that.
yes, that was very creative because normally in a Hallmark movie like that, where there's a competition, we actually see the winning moment.
Mm-hmm. And you always expect them to win, but I was like kind of
Hmm.
wondering if they were actually gonna.
Yeah, for sure. This is an honorable mention scene, but along with all the dance competition scenes, I really loved the brief moment when Casey is talking to the chickens at the beginning of the
Oh my
movie
God,
about
yes.
Chicken Little.
Yeah, that was cute. I like that scene. I remember that.
Yes,
Didn't she like sing to, or am I thinking of a different movie now? Maybe I'm thinking.
maybe. I can't remember.
Did
I'd
she,
have to go
I think
back
she
and look.
sung to an animal, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm
She might
forgetting.
have. Yes. Have you ever seen Chicken Little?
I don't think so. I just like heard of it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I never seen it.
I've seen it once, I think, but it's been a long time. Like that was a long time ago when I watched it.
Is it like it's like a movie or show?
Yeah, it's a movie. It's an
Okay.
animated movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I haven't watched that.
Yes. It's pretty cute from what I can remember. And then the best quote for me, I wrote down two. People fight, and the person who did wrong apologizes and promises to do better next time. And you don't take your ball and go home the first time there's a problem. And then, there's some dialogue in between that. And this is from Charlotte. She's talking to Henry, her uncle. And she also says, when you're in love, you don't do anything to risk losing that. So I thought that was a
Oh,
great,
those are cute ones. I like those.
yeah, moment of advice. And then also the last voiceover in the movie that says, sometimes all it takes is a chance meeting with the right person at the right time for magic to truly happen.
Oh, that's so Hallmark. I love that.
Yes, yes, so Hallmark. So I think those are probably two of the best quotes in the movie.
Yes.
Going to behind the frame. What were your thoughts on some of the creative choices in this movie, starting with the director's vision? Like, what did you think about the director David's work in this movie?
Yeah, I thought the director did like a good job. He definitely cast good people.
Yeah.
Him and the casting team definitely cast good people. He made some cool choices, like how we said at the end, we just saw the ball instead of them like announcing
Mm-hmm.
it. I also think like the writer made good choices too, and
Mm-hmm.
like with
Yeah.
the whole concept of wish swap, I thought that was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like this whole scene where there was like music over them like working in the farm and stuff. Sorry, my iPad like
No.
where they were like working in the farm and stuff, and that was really cool because like the music was good. You could just feel like the vibe. I just
Mm-hmm.
like that part. So I thought
Yeah.
like the creative team and the crew, they did good jobs. The costumes were really good, like for the ballroom scenes and Coach Gloria, those were really
Yeah.
good. I liked it.
Yeah. Yes. So for me, the director's vision, so I think David maintained the whimsy of the wish swap fantasy premise while keeping everything grounded in realism and emotional stakes. I thought that the magic was not overly stylized and it surfaced with modest visual flourishes rather than heavy special effects. And I thought that the special effects that they did add in throughout the movie were great.
Yeah, definitely like not too much, not too little. It was a good amount.
Yeah, I loved the color palette and lighting, the way that they framed everything, I thought was great. Of course, I already mentioned it, production design, all the sets were fantastic.
Yes. Yeah.
Music, yeah. Hallmark needs to, I think, start making soundtracks for their movies. That would
Ooh,
be
yeah, because One Close
great.
the Heart did that, and like I sometimes am listening to that soundtrack because it's like nice. They should
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, where is this song? Like, what is the name of this song? Who sings it?
Yeah, just like the Hallmark 2025 movies soundtrack. That would be great.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Or if not an album, maybe Hallmark could make a Spotify playlist or
Spotify
something.
playlist, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if one of the fans want to do that, if anyone watching wants to do that.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, for sure. But with technology these days, you can actually just Shazam the song.
No, yeah, that's what I would do if I was just watching. I would just Shazam the song. I sometimes do that.
Yeah, me too. Also, costumes and prop design, I think was great. I loved all the dance competition outfits. I think the swing dance outfits
Oh,
were my favorite.
those were so cute. I just liked all the ballroom dances.
Hmm.
Like I think are you a fan of Dancing with the Stars too?
I'm not a huge fan, but I do enjoy watching the show.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
enjoy watching the show too. Like I'll go to like the tours and it's just like
Yeah.
I love their costumes and these costumes felt like that. So
Hmm.
I like that vibe.
Yes. Is there a particular dance maybe that is your favorite? I think you're a
Ooh,
dancer yourself, right?
yeah, I am. I do
Yeah.
some ballroom dancing too occasionally, so that's fun. I like
Yeah.
the swing dance. I just thought that was cool and had like cool tricks. Probably that was my
Yeah.
favorite.
The tempo of the song that they used for the swing dance reminded me a lot of the Charleston dance that we saw in Wind Calls the
Yes,
Heart.
that's true. And it's kind of like the same vibe too. I
Yeah, it's
think
same
same
vibe.
era.
Also, I love how the editor of this movie did the montage with Casey and Henry.
Yeah, that's what I love that part and the music that they picked for
Hmm.
that was amazing.
Yeah, it
I,
was. So going to beyond the credits, what were some themes of this movie for you and symbolism?
I don't know. I kind of just get like a hopeful kind of vibe from this.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I feel like I get like hope a lot from this,
I
and
hope.
like
Yeah.
fun energy too. Like they're
Yeah.
just having fun.
Some of the themes for me, wishes, dreams, and desire, personal growth, and stepping outside of your comfort zone. So, of course, wishes, dreams, and desire, that would go along with, the birthday wishes that they made, the
Hmm.
dreams that Henry and Casey have, and personal growth. That would be, in Henry and Casey's case, them stepping out of their comfort zones, you know, Casey learning how to work on a farm, Henry learning how to dance, which he'd never done before, identity and what truly matters, trust and vulnerability. There was a lot of trust, I think, in this movie.
Yes, 100%. I think they were also very both determined, like for
Yeah.
their dreams, and like even they started becoming determined for like each
Hmm.
other's dreams. So I think that that was also a theme I noticed.
Yeah. Also, balance between practicality and passion. So, this could be, you know, your passions for your job and what you dream versus maybe the realism of,
Hmm.
what can be possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Like they kept like grounded while also
Yeah.
dreaming at the same time. Yeah.
Yes. What were some symbols in this movie for you? So that would be example Like the birthday cake.
Like if I was gonna think of like a logo for this movie, I
Yeah.
would probably go with like candles, birthday
Yeah.
cakes, the trophy that they won.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like a arrow that goes like this, like wish swap kind of.
Yeah. The wish list, I think, is another symbol
Yes.
symbolizing Casey's list of things that she wants to do and accomplish in her life. The dance show, comedy club, falling in love, and then I guess the farm versus dance and the stage, I think, would be another symbol.
Yeah, definitely. And the
Yeah.
farm, all that.
Yeah. Symbolizing two very different lifestyles.
Yes.
So, what is the overall message of this movie for you, and how do you think that message and the themes of this movie apply to today?
I think like that the message is like just kind of like dream big, use your
Hmm.
connections because like obviously they each had each other's dreams, so they used each other to get like a connection to their own dream while they kept like dreaming big for their own dream. So I think like you could use that and like trusting other people and trying to
Hmm.
see like working together, collaborating a lot in life and like working together more so than working on your own to like accomplish your own dream.
Yeah, I agree. Also, on top of that, I think respecting others, choosing what things are truly worth pursuing, and then relationships are enriched when people are open, honest, willing to change, and willing to share their dreams and fears.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
And how I think it applies to today, a lot of people they search for meaning in this fast-paced world that we live in. Example for this movie, Henry is yearning for a simple, more grounded life versus Casey and her drive to pursue her creative ambitions. Also, vulnerability and trust in the digital age.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yes.
Shouldn't go looking on somebody's computer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. And then also balance between dreams and reality, and then reconnection, I think,
Yeah,
is
I like
another.
those.
Yeah. So, final frame, what are your closing thoughts on this movie? And what is your rating on a scale of 1 to 5?
Okay, so I think that you should definitely watch this movie. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
different from other Hallmark movies. I think there's some really great actors in it, and there's
Mm-hmm.
some fun themes and everything that we've talked about.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 5, I would give it a 4 out of 5,
Okay.
just because like what takes off for like
Mm-hmm.
the 1 point is some of the farm scenes for me were like a little more boring. I just preferred like the
Okay.
dancing scenes, but
Yeah.
that's like my opinion. If you like farms, you would love the farm scenes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought it was a really great movie.
I back you up on that. I thought it was a really fun movie. Loved the concept. Love the actors in this movie. I think they're all great. And I think I actually gave it a 4 out of 5 too on my
Yeah.
Letterboxd account. Yeah.
So
So,
8 and 10 combined, yeah.
yes, 8
Yeah,
out of 10. Yeah. A fun movie. I'd love to see these two work together again.
100%, yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you, Sarah, for coming on. This is always so much fun chatting with you about Hallmark
Yeah,
movies.
thank you so much for having me. And
Yes.
tonight starts Countdown to Christmas, so
Yes.
whoop, so excited.
Woo! Yes. If you haven't already, Hallmarkies, tune in to the network premiere of Mistletoe Murders Season 1 at
Yeah.
8, 7 Central.
8, 7 Central, can't wait.
Yes. I will probably try to tune in because I still have yet to watch Mistletoe Murders.
I know, I'm just gonna tune in so I get like the watch credit because I have no clue what this show's about, but we're gonna watch it.
Yes, I've heard it's great. I've heard it's
Yeah.
fantastic. Love
I might
Sarah
maybe I'll watch
Drew.
it on Hallmark Plus, I don't know.
Yes. And Season 2, I think, starts in 3 weeks, something like that, 3 or
Ooh.
4 weeks. So, yeah. The first movie of Countdown to Christmas 2025 is tomorrow.
Can't wait.
Yes, A Royal Montana Christmas starring Warren Christie and Fiona Gubelman.
Oh my god, yes.
I think it'll be a great movie to start
Yeah, I'm
off.
excited for that one.
Yeah. All right, Hallmarkies. Well, I think that wraps up our review of The Wish Swap. If you enjoyed this episode and are watching on YouTube, you can like this video and share your thoughts about the movie in the comments. If you are listening on Spotify, make sure to rate and review as your feedback is always greatly appreciated. If you want to stay up to date on all of my Christmas movie reviews for this season and any other episodes I may release, you can subscribe to this channel on YouTube and follow along on Spotify. And make sure to turn on the bell so you are alerted when those new episodes come. You can also find the podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Swing My Heart Podcast and Twitter at Swing My Heart Pod. And you can find Sarah on Instagram at Haul Out the Hallmark. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in my next episode. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.